Alright, what's up everybody? This is program 16, at least what I put down for it. And I decided to make a video because the code is a little confusing and the directions are, so this is to understand, especially for this right here. That right there is a little more difficult than it looks. Again, this is how I do it. I don't know about you guys, but I've only gotten like 1 or 2 100% on my assignments so far. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure he just hates me. But yeah, this is that one I was talking about that's a little confusing. Yeah, we will start with the sound though. So you got your numeric up down, label it NUD decibels, and just make sure that the maximum is at 140, and then you got your calc button, and then my labels are invisible, but I had them right here, right there, and 2 right there, so I gotta make it a little bit bigger. If you select the whole thing, you can see all my things. The labels are what you would think. Label sound level, label software cost, label ground cost, label air cost. But yeah, here's the sound one. For the directions, it says if the decibel is less than or equal to 50, you're gonna want to have say quiet. So you're gonna set the STR sound level to so, and yeah, you kind of get the idea. 51 to 80, so 51 to 80, and then it's gonna be normal, etc., etc. And then you just output it. And software cost, go to this one. This one is just this little chunk right there. Same thing basically. If it's 1 to 10 copies, it's gonna be $99, and if it's 11 to 25, $79. So they're getting cheaper with bulk, cost. That's expected, I guess. But for everything that is over 100, you want a flat rate of 5,000. So you don't put that there. You have to. This is what I think. You have to make an if. I don't know if you do, because he says use case statements, but I don't think you can do it with a case statement, because you have to set the total. You can't set the price, and it wouldn't make sense. You would eventually need to use an if. At least to my knowledge, you would. So if the show copies is greater than 100, then it's going to do the total to 5,000, which is what it says. If it's more than 100 copies, it's got to be a flat rate of $100 or $5,000. So you could order 1,000, and it's going to be $5,000. Total, or okay, if it's greater than 100, it's going to do this. It's going to set it to 5,000. Otherwise, that's what the else is for. It's going to set the total to the price times the copies. So they're changing the price each case statement, and then you're going to output it in one line, and this is the tricky one. So here's a little diagram, which is kind of, I don't know, it's misleading. It's not like these other ones. It says greater than 2 or less than or equal to 5. Well, he's trying to trick you there, because this would not work if you were using if statements, so you have to use case statements for this one. Well, not necessarily again, but just the way he would have you do it. Yeah. So if it's less than or equal to 2, do this. If it's less than or equal to 5, do this. You can't do it greater than 2 and less than or equal to 5. It doesn't work like that. How case statements work is it'll run through this, and the first thing that works is where it quits. So if you put 1, it's just going to do this one. If you put 5, it's just going to do this one. Once it gets to that one that it figures out is right, it skips all the rest, and it just goes on. That's the difference between case and if statements. If these are all if statements, it would if you had 1, if the weight was 1, it would set the ground cost to this and the air cost to this, and then it would set it to this and this, and then it would set it to this and this and this and this and this and this. It would set it. It would go through everything. Blah, can't speak. Anyway, that's the tricky part, kind of. And then this, another if statement, because it says if the weight is greater than 50, it's gonna do kind of like what you did for the software cost. It's gonna times it by a price, basically. The ground and the air that you see up here, these ones, those are flat rates, so it's not going to change. If the value is between 2 and 5, it's going to be 17 no matter what, if it's 2, 3, 4, or 5. However, if it's greater than 50, it is basically dependent on how much the thing weighs. So if it weighs 100, it's going to be 100 times $1.09. So you kind of get the idea. That's what this is for. It's saying if the weight is greater than 50, which is what the thing calls for, right there. If it's greater than 50, it's going to set the price of the ground shipping to $1.09, and then it's going to times it. It's going to do the processing in the if statement. And you don't need an else statement because it'll automatically overwrite like right here, it's setting the cost, it's not setting the price, it's setting the actual cost. So price is not used down here, you're just getting the cost. That's why it can be a little confusing, and actually caught me off guard, so I had to go back and change all my code. But yeah, here you go. Don't forget this stuff, and comment the code too. I'm not going to show that because I want that to be different for everybody. Basically just go through and basically it's repeating yourself. I know it's annoying, but you have to do it. Just how he is. But yeah. So basically, for example, you'd say here you'd go if the decibels is less than or equal to 50, then set the sound level text to quiet. Actually, because he's picky like that, probably gonna want to do quotes, but whatever. There you go. So that's that. Hope you enjoy. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I will post a picture as well. I'm sure you guys like the pictures better because you just get the display and the code, but yeah. Enjoy.